Well, there we go. Game 1 of the series, Navi versus Liquid, and I thought Navi put up a little bit of a fight.
No.
No?
I mean, they made it through some time, but you have a Beastmaster, you have a Venge, you're going to die a lot, and it's going to be okay, but it wasn't
Shut
a
up
game.
for a second, Grant.
Pardon me.
Before we get into that, let's talk about the ROG Swift PG27VQ, which is right there. 27 inches gaming monitor, 2060 1440 resolution.
And
crystal clear clarity, much
165 hertz, my friend.
There you go.
Much like your prediction in that game
Thank
for Team Liquid. You'd be working more with one of them 1990 monitors.
This is why I'm like a stand-in.
Okay. Well, anyway, Grant, please continue your thought there.
It was just, I mean, we talked about like, okay, you first pick a Beastmaster, that's a good hero, but then your other pick's a Vengeful Spirit. It's either A, you have a garbage support and you're telling people that, or B, you know it's going to be carry and you know they're going to want to push early game, and you know their whole draft from the beginning.
But they had like first pick as well, right?
Yeah.
And they picked Beastmaster. Why not pick like Wyvern?
Yeah, we were, me, you, and Flog were talking about
exactly.
why, like, it feels like you should be getting that. The 5 position is like the most important roller, so, and it's Winter Wyvern is so far above every other 5 position we were talking about. Like, just take it. It gives away nothing. You have the best hero in the game right now who can actually get solo kills. I mean, your ulti's so strong.
Yep.
It just felt weird. Beastmaster is really good, but Liquid doesn't even like it. Mind Control said he doesn't like it, so it just felt weird.
Also,
right. Whoa. Let's go see this live in case you missed it. We're going to go to a replay and see exactly what you guys are talking about with these different
Let's
picks.
check it.
Go ahead, boys.
All right. That's Roger.
Blinks
He blinks in. Oh, looks like he has a good initiation. Then you realize it's mind control, and he's fine.
Pause. There we go. So they get the jump on Kuro here on the Winter Wyvern.
Yep.
But as we see, right there, he already got the column race off, so mind control is safe.
Your damage is useless at this point. You have no silences. You have a stun from Crystallize over here on the... What is wrong with you?
I'm just putting
this guy's like your only stun because the Nyx initiated with stun. So you have no lockdown for this Quap besides him.
And then Miracle is coming in as well. So
oh, boy. And he's a big, bad boy right now. And there you go.
Was managing to kind of dodge that ult. Yeah.
And the problem is now Miracle's a BKB. He got the extra illusion. He just pulled in 4 people.
Everyone is just gone. Everyone,
all his friends are dead.
Miracle just cleans house. And that
was it. I think Nyx had a sick dodge here too, but whatever. I mean, Roger felt like he was the only one who really did anything that match for him, honestly. Like, he gave him good vision. The biggest thing, man, Matumba, man, on Lycan. The best part, like, not even all the kills he's getting, how he scouts with those wolves.
Yeah.
Like, Hiroki was up on the hill, and Roger was behind him. Oh! Roger was behind him, and you think they're going to get a kill on that Wyvern, and then, you just don't, because the Wolves scouted out everyone else. Yeah, who do we have next? Anyone?
The body blocks in the beginning as well with the Wolves.
Oh, around the Roche pit? Yeah, that was sick.
Yep.
Goodness gracious. You guys are some chatty Cathy's today.
Before we get into the draft there, it has started. We're in the bans. But do you agree with Navi going the aggressive tri lane? We talked a little bit about it as well. It's like you give the 1v1 to Mind Control with the Queen of Pain.
And Beastmaster did win the lane, but I mean, Quap still got levels. It's not like you did anything with your advantage.
Yeah, exactly. And if you put a defensive tri lane and they run a off-lane Queen of Pain, it's way weaker. And if they force the 1v1, then Liquid have to do the aggressive tri lane, so they're at a disadvantage. So I did not agree with that.
All right, you chatty Cathy's. Let's move on to the next game. We've seen enough from the spanking of last game.
Well, who got picked, Slack?
I'm telling you right now. We've got a Earth Spirit
on who?
As our first pick. That's going to be for Team Liquid, which is on Dire side.
Team Liquid, so that's going to be your roamer here, right up in the river.
It's GH.
Undying Beastmaster and, strangely enough, Magnus banned out. A lone Druid a Winter Wyvern, and a Lycan.
Oh, so they banned a Lycan and the Lone Druid targeted against Matumba. Do you agree with this? You target Matumba bans?
I don't.
We
I mean,
saw, like,
what do you do? Do you target Matumba? Do you target GH? Those seem to be the two. I don't know.
You can't specifically try to get rid of people on Liquid. They have too big of a hero pool.
So what do? You just don't ban anything?
You pick your heroes you want, and then you ban heroes that are good against
who else got picked here?
All right, so it's the Vengeful Enchantress being picked.
Well, there's the Enchantress.
So, as you said before, right, you pick Venge in the first phase.
And we're going to put him in the safe lane core again.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then Enchantress, I mean, they play him 4 mostly, right? They don't really offlane him, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, it could be both, but I think Navi would be a team that plays him more of a 4.
So we'll just put him, you know, I think he likes starting in the jungle over here, actually on the Radiant side, which could confuse people, but oh well.
Death Prophet coming up for Team Liquid as well. I think it's a pretty good hero, both against Enchantress and for the push.
Yep, and I mean, he's going middle. We're not missing this one. Can't mess that guy up.
That one's in the middle.
Actually, I think we've seen a safe lane Death Prophet.
We have.
Yep.
Didn't
What
work
game
out
was
great.
it, Slacks? You seem pretty confident.
You know, it was a good game. One of the best. Grant, you had a big problem with the Vengeful Spirit coming out early.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't like it either. Also, the
First pick this time. I mean, it didn't even work out last time. Why first pick it?
I don't know. Honestly, I can only tell you why it's bad. I can't tell you why Navi thinks it's good, because that's a mindset thing, right? Like, they obviously think it is.
It comes back to what you said. It's like pick what you're comfortable with, your game plan. Right? And I guess it's Navi's game plan to have that. It's crystallized. You can kind of like sack him or do a dual lane and it's fine. Venge is not super bad in the lane, I guess.
Yeah.
But the mag ban is interesting to me. I think it's like very targeted towards Dandy, but it also limits what Navi can play for like their carry, right?
Yeah.
So no Juggernaut, no PA, stuff like that. It's less likely to be picked by Navi because of that.
So why? I'm trying to think. Death Prophet in the first phase seems weird. Like that hero's counterable. What counters him though? I guess once she gets a Yules, you can't really. But
Yeah.
they're not. I mean, Liquid's not worried ever about losing. Like in the early game, it feels like they're just happy you get items, even if you die a lot. Like yesterday, we saw they were down like 10 kills. Didn't matter. They got items. They won the game. They're just better than people.
Yeah.
Fact.
It's a sad fact. but
Something
Sad. You don't like Liquid?
No, I mean, it's just, you know, you work really hard, you counterpick them for the early game, you put in all that work, and then they just come back anyway. But there's ways to counter Death Prophet, you know? You get some guys that can really jump on her and some guys that can finish out the game. You need some pushers, early game pushers.
Like who? They had Beastmaster last game. He's one of the best. They had Venge. Who do you get now? Who's
At
even
least
better?
paint a picture of a chance here, Grant. Please, our
Night
viewers.
Stalker, Grant.
Night. Okay.
No, but I think Night Stalker, and I think they have to give him some farm here because I'd really like to see a Spirit Vessel coming out on Night Stalker because it counters the
that's
Death
Radiant
Prophet
side.
healing, right?
So he's gonna be roaming on in the same. Wait, so they have a Night Stalker and Enchantress?
It might
5 seconds.
be
Off
an
lane?
Enchantress off lane. It might be a Night Stalker. Are they keeping their options open, Grant,
That's interesting.
or something?
I like Enchantress off lane, honestly, but it doesn't seem like they do.
Yeah. We'll see.
Why are you laughing?
Nothing. I mean,
But it depends on what Liquid picks as well, right?
Yeah.
So if they pick something that's bad against Enchantress in lane, you know, like a carry, they can run it off lane. Otherwise, you can maybe put Night Stalker there to get.
Because now it's weird. You have
levels.
3 heroes that can't. I don't think Venge can be a support anymore. I hope not, but she technically can. That's what she came up on. Those are her roots.
Yep.
The roots of a support. And now she's getting first picked as a core. Crazy.
we don't know that. It could be a real bad support, you know? That's what Venge is all about. You pick her and they don't know if it's a core or a support.
Wow.
Abaddon
That's
coming
a-
out.
The
Hell
NA.
yeah. I like it.
So why do you think they picked Abaddon here, Grant?
Well, let me find it
How
first.
come,
Sorry,
how come
finding
you don't
it
ask
makes
me,
nervous.
Scriff? What the heck?
Sure.
Wait, so this is dire, right? Yeah.
Slacks, why do you think they picked Abaddon?
He's cool looking.
All right.
Am I missing?
You're
Am I
not
crazy?
wrong.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Abaddon can be real good. We were talking about the best way to shut down that Death Prophet is going to go while she's squishy, be able to blow her up.
There you go.
And you stop that with the shield. You stop that by throwing your body in front of her. It's a great way to protect that early game Death Prophet and ensure that pick is not going to bite you in the butt.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah,
I
eat shit,
agree.
Scriff.
Good. No.
Am I
what?
wait? Am I crazy here?
Hello?
Wait, Sly, am I didn't the dire side used to be on this side? Now I feel like I'm all messed up here. Because
No.
the dark side, I think I'm crazy.
Yeah, I think
Look
you've
at the
lost
map.
it.
Look at the map, Grant. Which side is darker and which
This
side
side.
is greener? Yeah. So
But
the
the
darker
radius-
side is dire.
Yeah, I don't think it's always been like that. I think I messed my. All right, well, we're already doomed for this game. So at least you see the heroes, but I definitely have already messed up. Abaddon is definitely in the off lane for Dire, so I tried to get that going.
Hey, no worries.
Wait, I think. Oh no.
No.
And
what do we got?
Viper yet again.
I mean, Viper. We're just Viper versus Death Prophet. Neither of these heroes are very killable, honestly, but they're gonna farm. Both heroes can farm up nicely.
I'm actually pretty scared with that Viper pick. I mean, I
For
feel
or
like
against.
no, I'm kind of against it. Team Liquid showed that they're kind of preparing for this early game attack here, and instead of changing their game plan, Na'Vi gonna stick with another kind of early game aggressor. And that was their chance to think of a different strategy, evolve and adapt to the draft. And I don't know if I'm down with that.
But
Viper.
wait, now if Viper gets off his break on Abaddon while he's under it, his ult does an auto proc.
Ooh, is that true?
Yeah.
He has to do it manually,
Break.
right?
He has to do it manually. He
Well,
can still do it
okay,
manually,
well,
but
that's
it won't
not a big
auto-proc.
deal. But
Oh, it
it
kind of
won't.
is actually.
What if he gets stunned? If he gets stunned under it, well, you can still do it. Never mind.
And also,
If he makes one little mistake,
So-
for once in Mind Control's life,
Wait.
could matter.
there's a talent that make it silence as well. Then he can't actually use his ult.
It's
at all.
over.
Oh
They found
my
the counter.
God.
We did it.
Or
Abaddon's done.
If Night Stalker silences
Yeah.
and he
And then
gets
that.
broken,
Please, guys, pull me XP tomes.
go.
I need the
you go.
silence talent.
It could work. I mean,
I can't remember what level it is. So if
Eh,
it's
I think
it's
15 or
20.
20 or something.
Yeah,
say
we'll
20.
see if a Viper makes it to level 20 before the game's over. It's
Team banned.
they're one
Oh,
already.
there you
Hey!
go.
I
Wait.
told you, suckers.
but that means,
Yeah, but look, it's with Earth Spirit, right?
God, I'm lost in the sauce or something. So Abaddon is going to be a support then, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess.
What?
of course.
What?
Or safe.
What do you mean, of course? He hasn't been running
course.
support. He did actually a little bit ago, but almost always off lane.
I mean, I have the full
what about Darks?
commitment that Abaddon simply exists to make sure that Death Prophet doesn't lose. I mean, that's it.
Yeah,
So I
So Dark's here on the Dire,
I'm okay with this.
which is this side now. They could just do. They might dual lane, right? Dark's here, Abaddon. How do you kill that lane? How do you do anything versus that lane?
you don't.
That's actually nasty.
It could be the forbidden Darkseer
Turn to
jungle.
ban.
Oh.
You don't jungle anymore.
Oh,
Flex.
I got mud golems. I lost. Whoops.
Well, that's why
Oh,
it's
they
forbidden.
spawned at 1 minute now.
Oh, let me get my iron talent. Oh, fudge.
Could
Shucks.
this be another Lycan game? I'm
No.
still dreaming of the
For
Lycan
Liquid?
Darkseer.
No.
Come on.
I mean,
You have 3 melees
Come
and
on.
a Death Prophet. You need some sort of ranged. Maybe not. You could just pull the MVP Phoenix and 5 melee, even though you have 1 ranged. But
I mean, technically, a wolf is ranged
Team Liquid's
because it goes
turn
very
to pick.
far from the
actually, in Dota 1, he is in ranged form. In wolf form, he was actually ranged, just like Pudge was a ranged character in Dota
Oh
1.
yeah, 5 melee. There you go. But what a strong melee that is. Has the ability.
Well, it's
to
4 melee, but yeah.
Whatever. Darkseer wall on a PA, a nasty combo, backed up by Abaddon. So
do you
she can't
clone
get
your own
bursted.
people now? With
What?
wolf?
All right, wait. Ooh.
Oh, you just mean the. Oh, okay,
10
never mind. I thought you meant like Darkseer
There
wall
we go.
clone, like
No.
an illusion of the PA.
Like the green wall, you know, putting on the ball, putting on the big
Boo,
defense.
green wall.
Boo, boo. And a
Sven.
spin.
Sven.
Interesting. How are you gonna have the gall to pick a PA after a
we
Viper
have
pick?
General Enchantress. So it's looking like an offlane Enchantress.
Offlane
Roger, Night
Enchantress.
Stalker.
Kuro is gonna be on that Abaddon, confirmed.
So
Support.
Sven gonna be.
Crystallized Sven, safe lane.
We'll put him here.
This is just a spit in the face to Team Na'Vi. Gonna pick a PA after a Viper pick, boys.
Wait, do you go aggressive here?
Oh, you're right.
No.
That is weird.
That
huh?
is a
I
spit
just
in the
noticed.
face. They don't respect that Viper at all. He's a hard counter these days. Well, anyway, so there we are. There's your draft, ladies and germs.
I mean, PA is mobile enough to get out of the nether toxin.
It is because. Okay, we should.
They don't have a lot of stuff.
I'm just picking Liquid.
Well, actually,
Yeah, same.
I feel like no matter what the draft is, honestly, Liquid is just that good right now. They're insanely good.
They play higher tempo, they do better rotations.
And now you have. I kind of do like Darkseer for once because you finally have the save and plenty of melee. So
all right. So Liquid.
Liquid.
I'm actually gonna go Na'Vi. I feel like they're a little
Don't be a
too
fool like
arrogant.
me.
They go for the Viper against the PA. Naughty stuff. Anyway, let's see if they are that dangerous. Over with Fogged and OD.
Thank you very much, Slaxody. Game 2 now. Liquid versus Na'Vi. I'm ODPixel. I'm here with Fog. The game begins. What are we thinking, Fog? Na'Vi with a slightly similar draft. There's that Venge, there's that Viper. Let's switch it up elsewhere. And Liquid, indeed, picking a PA into a draft that does pretty good against a PA. But it is Liquid, and it is Na'Vi, and we saw game 1.
Yeah, I think that they're just, like I said it last game, Liquid always seems to have like that that contingency plan. They pick this super late game hero that can do. Oh my god, they're gonna walk into each other and 5v5.
I mean, the smoke gets dispelled. They do get a 3-man stun off from the Sven. They look straight towards the Earth Spirit. GH is gone. First blood for Dendi. Roger, he's falling low. He's going to go down in response. Liquid do get the 1-for-1 trade. Crystallize has to get out of there. Mind Control giving the rundown with the Iron Shell. Seneko falling low. He'll pop. Kuro turning towards Crystallize. Hasn't got enough control to get him. So Crystallize will be escaping. But 2-for-1.
30 seconds.
Na'Vi did get the first blood, but they lose 2 heroes for it. So overall, the gold swing is going to favor Liquid with the numbers. Only slight.
Only slight. Who got the last hits too? It was Matumba and Miracle, so the cores.
Oh boy.
Lovely. And they only killed GH, so the cores get the kills across the board. And yeah, like I was saying, I think that's just Liquid's game plan. You know, they pick this early game draft with like the Darkseer, they have lots of heals with the Baton and Death Prophet, and then they have this late game potential with the PA always, in case it does get to that point. And PA versus Viper, sure, you can break the blur with the Nether Toxin, but just like the panel was mentioning, you can be pretty mobile as Phantom Assassin, and it's just all about that late game. You jump in, you can just kill the Viper in very little hits if the Viper's not super farmed. So let's see if Na'Vi can actually take it this game, if they can punish enough in the laning phase to not allow Liquid to just be the masters that they have been. And it's a Mind Control Darkseer. One of the
classics.
I'd say the best Darkseer as well. Like at the time being, you can't really argue against that. Sure, Universe at one time was, but Mind Control has proved to be that absolute dominant beast on the hero in the latest fashion.
Mind Control. I mean, TI winner, best offlaner in the world.
Yep.
I think it's pretty safe to say, and especially with Liquid's performances since TI, they still certainly stand in that position.
Yeah, it looks like this game they wanted to have like that that pressure that he can put with the multiple melee heroes that they have, and also as well having see some trades in the right lane, mid lane. Oh, there we go. GH roll off the mark. Don't think they're gonna get the kill anyway, but they also have the mech carrier to give them that extra sustain for the Death Prophet, since they don't really have that super saver, just the Abaddon, which it's a 5 Abaddon, which suffers a bit as we've seen in the past. GH sitting mid, trading right clicks, trying to get that level 2 for the stun, while Mind Control is going to get a full free farm lane bottom. This is a Venge support. We haven't seen Venge support in a long time. It's been playing as core lately.
So GH just making sure that Roger's not going to make any sort of movements as he's down to the high ground, keeping eyes of him.
He wants to be sure to block Roger from trying to go for those bounty runes.
He's doing a good job of it.
Yep.
So able to get himself over. Should be able to get at least one of them. Seneko is coming over at the same time. This bottom bounty, and in fact with the eyes and the fact that Roger has managed to move over, it looks like GH with a cute little roll. Look at the body bottom.
Roger gets in front, the boots.
Na'Vi get it.
And now GH in some trouble here. They've got a stun as well.
I think he may just be dead. Mind Control's going to come across and help out.
Oh, the jukes though. Mind Control might get a trade kill here, but yeah, he's trapped Roger. Okay.
Oh.
That was pretty sick. GH dies, but for the cause.
Yeah, Mind Control gets his Soul Ring done off the back of that kill. Level 3. I think, as you said, Liquid's kind of finding him. GH, he's back.
Oh, and he's found Seneko.
Oh, and he's back with Vengeance. Seneko goes for the TP out. Still level 1 on GH, of course, though, so no stun quite yet. Seneko will escape safely.
Mid lane, Miracle. Roger ports in. Miracle should be all right here. He's going to take a good amount of damage here from the right clicks.
He's got the Siphon if needed.
Yeah.
And indeed, Roger will not pursue. Well, they will now. That second Void, but then they can't quite get close enough in time. Miracle is low though, and the regen's not there. He's going to have to get a salve sent out to him. So a bit of time where Dendi's going to have full control of the lane, and Miracle trying to get a look in for the XP, but Dendi doing his best to keep Miracle zoned down.
Dendi has a lane ward too, so he sees every time Miracle does step up.
This is very nice for Dendi.
Yeah.
Arguably even better than maybe getting the kill, because this is a fair bit of time that Miracle's having to wait for that courier to come in.
Yeah, 17-6 on the Viper to the 10-4 Death Prophet. Na'Vi doing very well across the board in other lanes.
Yeah, Crystalline's on the, General on this top lane. 11 for 2s. He is getting CS out of this lane. think, as you said, just that position 5 pattern, it's very limited in what can get done.
Bottom, they're putting pressure on Crystallize. He should be just fine. It's still only the level 2 on the Ion Shell, which isn't really the most amount of damage.
A little surprised that the Crystallize didn't turn for the stun there once the Earth Spirit.
Yeah.
I felt that surely would have been a killer, stun into the Magic Missile. He was diving and GH was getting loads of the tower hits. But nevertheless, a little scared, I guess, just being very scared of Mind Control's potential with the double Ion Shell.
Nighttime hits. Let's see what Roger can accomplish. Something else we didn't touch on either is, the PA versus the Enchantress matchup in the laning phases can be quite nice for PA if you can close the gap with that extra attack speed, but you get bullied pretty hard right now with those creeps.
Yeah, with the shield, they've got to be careful how far they dive. Healed up as well by the Mist Coil, and now turning onto Roger. Roger tries to fly away, but the Boulder Smash is there. Roger cannot escape from this one, and he'll go down. The kill granted to Matumba Man. A failed attempt from Na'Vi, turned around by the TP reaction of GH.
Miracle, dropping very low mid. Does have bottle charges, though.
Yeah, this mid lane,
Dendy's doing
very
great job.
nice. I mean, he's loving playing the Viper against Miracle.
Yeah.
He had a decent lane in game 1, and arguably this matchup is even better here in game 2. Having a better time against Miracle than he did against Matumba Man, in fact.
They're spotting out Roger. He's got the flight. GH rolls off the mark as well. Roger should be just fine here. But yeah, with the lane ward for Dendy, makes the matchup much easier, and he had a little bit of help too from Roger in that mid lane to start off. But Miracle is absolutely suffering here. Are they going to try for Roger again here? No, he's able to run bottom. I think they may have seen him place that ward there, though. GH now starting to trade some right clicks. And the Shrine is up. They're going to go use that one. Community Shrine. How's Mind Control doing? Still level 4, not quite level 5 hit yet. That's where the damage on the Ion Shell really starts to add up.
Roger, again, around these sort of bounty runes, back up in 30 seconds, and Roger towards GH. Sineko there with the lead in. The Magic Missile, can they get the block up? But no, GH so quick there with the smash and the rollout, making sure that Roger can't get the Void Slide. Very quick reactions there from GH.
All 3 lanes being won by Na'Vi, though. Quite handedly.
Yeah, this is a very impressive beginning for the side. I mean, as I said, in game 1, their lanes didn't go too terribly, other than, of course, the fact that the aggressive tri-lane didn't do much, but the mid lane and bottom lane were all right. But this time, yeah, definitely even better.
Yeah, they drafted for the early game.
Yeah.
That's what they've. That's actually what it just seems that Na'Vi likes to do across the board, no matter what they're playing. GH hasted now, sitting near the mid lane. They've got the Ion Shells coming in. They're bringing Mind Control too. They need this extra damage to bring down Dendy. He's very tanky with those 9 wand charges and Fairy Fire. Don't know if they can go for the dive.
Yeah, they're playing it safe with that ward out. Na'Vi, no, what's up?
Yeah, their sentry actually. It is in range. Actually, it looks like it's not.
I don't think it is.
That one's very close on the border.
I think that's just out.
When you click on the obs ward, it actually, the circle shows like it's outside, but I think it is in range of that obs sentry.
I know, it's hard to do. I think with the low ground, high ground as well.
Bottom lane, Mind Control, getting gone on.
Got enough damage with the Void Slow. Oh, yeah, they do. Kuro TP's in, but can't get a spell off in time to save. Top lane, Matsu jumps in onto General. General did get the heal off, though. And with that, yeah, Matumba Man knows he can't really chase it down. Has to respect the heal and the untouchable of the Enchantress. Yeah, this is very strong stuff from Na'Vi this opening 7 minutes. No doubt about that at all against Liquid. Some of these lanes, the difference in CS is incredible. 47-13 on their Sven, 28 for 5 on Matumba Man. The mid lane, as we've been saying, is not looking hot at all for Miracle. This is the dream for Na'Vi's lanes.
It's a great start. They've got to keep it up. They don't have any stacks up yet, so they're not working on like those plans to accelerate the Sven. They're just really paying attention, just having those lanes go as best as possible versus this Liquid lineup that isn't that strong in the lanes with a Abaddon and Earth Spirit as the 2 supports. Not really the 2. Earth Spirit's a great roamer, but Abaddon, that hero just kind of sits back and TPs to try to save people. You can't really get any gank potential with him. Mind Control, spotting out the 2 supports.
They're gonna spot out him. Turn towards him. He's rather beefy on the Starks here. And now GH trying to play with the reaction. Goes for Sineko. Roger will be able to steal the bounty rune, but there's 3 members of Liquid chasing him down. Can Roger get away from this one? He looks like it will. Crystallizes there with the Warcry. And with the threat of the Sven stun, Liquid can't chase down anymore. Back to the mid lane. Dendy looking for the chase down, and Miracle has the Siphon. Is it actually going to be enough to keep him alive? He's falling down low. Goes up to the high ground. And will be able to just create the right amount of distance between himself and Dendy to keep himself alive. But as we're seeing, it is getting a bit spooky for Miracle in this mid lane with the the strength that this Viper has.
Viper has like a almost full 2-level advantage over Miracle. It's level 7 to the almost 6 now on Death Prophet. But okay, so it is in range. We now are confirmed. It looked like it was. It just for a moment.
Yeah, it was weird.
Like it. So it does get the D ward there. And Viper, very slow hero. So yeah, Death Prophet just a bit faster than him to be able to run away. Now Matu, they're trying to bring him down bottom with that level 3 Ion Shell. I mean, he's not farming great top, so he just needs to get involved somehow. General's going to be able to pressure that tower top as the Enchantress, and they're looking to get a kill on Night Stalker while the Sven farms in the jungle.
Let's see what Matu can find.
Dire's top tower is under
Ready
attack.
to jump in. Bottom lanes. You say just Roger hiding. He knows that they're on the hunt for him. GH is sweeping behind. They are searching pretty deep, but Roger's keeping himself very nicely hidden. Goes for the TP out, and I tell you what, he's going to make it out just in time. The pings came through. I believe they saw with the Iron Shell reacting to his position, but not quite quick enough with the stun. Nice heads-up TP out from Roger.
Exorcism's online. They want to at least try to get a tower, it seems, with this. Yep, it's popped. They're going for that tier 1 bottom. They need to get something on the board here. They're not getting kills. They're losing all 3 lanes. Need to get some towers to catch themselves back up versus this very early game lineup that Navi has drafted. And Crystallize with the Mask of Madness, just full jungling now. Able to get maximum efficiency from that while Dendi pressures the mid lane and General takes top tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Full
attack.
drum and treads now on this Enchantress. It's definitely problematic for Liquid.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Roger, nearly level 6. More of that night time to play around with, make these moves, especially before Kuro hits the level 6. This Baden, as we've been saying, very hard to have an impact early on with the way that these lanes have gone, the matchups that Na'Vi had against Liquid's heroes.
They're really lacking damage on Liquid. They really only have the Exorcism. PA at this point doesn't do like a great amount of deeps. And Darkseer, we're seeing why the hero's not really that strongest. He's level 6 now, finally at the 10-30 minute mark.
Let's see what they can do with this smoke. Matu leading the way.
They need the maximum amount of Ion Shells on everybody. Mind Control is super low though, he can't really join the fray. They're looking to go for mid though with these Ion Shells.
Roger, he's backing up to the tower. Matsumaman jumping in, but he's pretty beefy. The Iron Shell is bringing him down low, but they're just going to look to turn. Matsumaman falling low. He's got to be careful. He has the Aphotic Shield from Kuroki, but Denny with the wraparound looks towards GH, takes him down. They will lose Matsumaman as Crystallize turns up. Na'Vi not only getting 2, I think they're going to get 3 out of this one. Aphotic Shield not enough to save Kuro. And Na'Vi, they're absolutely crushing this early game. This is some crazy stuff, and Liquid's lineup with that final pick, Matsumaman, PA. You see him moving around the map. He didn't even have the treads. What was just sort of the Aquila Blightstone. It's not enough to cut into this lineup of Na'Vi that is just this incredible force at this stage of the game.
They've got extremely durable heroes on the side of Na'Vi. Like Enchantress, Sven, and Viper, all 3 of these very tanky, but then just looking at the supports too, Night Stalker and Vengeful Spirit are pretty tanky beasts too on top.
This PA literally does nothing against the Warcry with the lack of items that Matsumaman has. So and those movements are always going to be so risky, and they're very, very high risk, low reward, it feels as well, trying to move your PA around the map at this stage when already there's a 2k difference between Matsumaman and Crystallize. Yeah, Ion Shell just seems to tickle, and Kuroki can't really get involved. Like, he's in a Baden. He's not a team fighting 5, which we usually tend to see Kuroki playing. I'll look towards Miracle, but I'm wanting to chase that.
He's the only real damage that they have with the Exorcism, if he's able to actually get it off with any disables.
And they're chasing down Denzi. Na'Vi are moving over. Liquid have to be careful how long they chase this with Seneko there. Liquid have got to be very wary of this one. They'll swap Kuro back. He does have the 6 now. Borrowed time comes through, but they'll almost certainly chase and control him with the magic missile. Also on the sidelines, General picks off mind control.
It's got a DD on the
Oh my goodness, Na'Vi are absolutely doing it here so far in game 2. GH tries to roll away, but General blocks him off. He tries to TP out. He's not gonna make it. General gets the double kill.
It's a disaster. 4 wards on Kuroki. Can't even get them placed down for them to like do anything. They're just completely getting destroyed by this early game lineup. They have no response.
The Abaddon was a mistake. What does it do?
He's just a healer. The Darkseer doesn't do too much either. Just throws Ion Shells on people and they don't really do much damage. Everybody's just so durable and tanky. Sven has, well, this is with God Strength pop, but 2,000 HP.
Roger's deep. He's ready to kick things off if Na'Vi want to start diving the towers, and Roger's ready to set up. Goes in with a wraparound and just scares Liquid away. Says, get away from this tier 2. We're taking it. And you can do absolutely F4. They've got a Blade Mail on Dendi now as well. It's very unlikely that Liquid are going to be able to kill this Viper at this stage of the game. They need to somehow get some farm on Matuma Man, but it's so hard with the pace that Na'Vi are playing.
The only way that Liquid can take fights is with 4 heroes and just with the Death Prophet ultimate. Their only damage is Exorcism, honestly. And there's a Sven pick. Like, this Sven pick was actually so beautiful by Na'Vi.
It was a very nice way to finish the draft, yeah.
The War Cry is so good versus both PA and versus Death Prophet, just reducing that damage so heavily. General spots 2 heroes, doesn't care.
They just got to run away from him. There's nothing that Matuma Man and Kura can do about Enchantress at this stage. I mean, Matuma, he needs to find that Deso, but this Deso, it's not going to be a quick one.
No. It's going to be very slow, and they just need they need every ulti. They need like the perfect fight for Liquid to try to come back in this one with Magnetize, with Exorcism. But Navi's getting very tanky. I don't really know if that's going to be even enough once they get all these like big items coming out. Echo Saber finished on top of Mask of Madness now for the Sven. 2,000 life, going for Blink next. As you mentioned, Dendi has Blade Mail already.
I mean, it's getting to the point where Liquid may even have to take a page out Na'Vi's book and sneak a Roshan with the Exorcism. You know, just get something done. But even that's hard to do. Because Na'Vi, they're sitting in the pit, they're eyeing it up themselves.
Yeah, they're going for it. They have the max untouchable, and they have God Strength.
Yeah, and they've got it under the Arcane Rune as well, so great usage of that by Crystallize. And the thing is as well, I don't think they even care if Liquid know that this is going on, because they know that there's no way that Liquid at this stage of the game can really tackle a 5-on-5.
GH has to try to go for steal, but Roger's already there, notices him, throws the silence out, gets the disable as well. Suneko with the follow-up.
Oh, and they may just get the kill. Great swap into the Magic Missile. GH holds the bat with the stun, does go for the rollout, so it looks like he will live. But indeed, unable to put a stop to that Roshan. Aegis into the hands of Dendi. And 6k Goldie, 15 minutes in. This is, as I said, just looking at how game 1 was and now looking at what we're seeing in game 2, this just feels like a whole different Na'Vi. It's like we saw 2016 Na'Vi last game, now we're seeing 2017 Na'Vi.
Yeah. Liquid with what I would call, I guess you could say, an experimental draft, having the Abaddon. It's really hurting them. Yeah, the only way that they can do this is fighting around Exorcism, and now they're fighting into an Aegis on the Viper, and Sven is absolutely free farming. And he's just gonna continue faster. Like, he farms way faster than a PA at all levels of the game. Matu's still struggling to try to get that Desolator finished. Only one Mithril. He's got one Mithril Hammer soon, but a full 1,600 gold away from the secondary one. So probably wait for the next Aegis to disappear, and then Liquid, once they get level 12, so the level 2 Exorcism, that might be their only window to go for the fights.
Yeah, definitely. They've got to have no intention of fighting now. What's that? Aegis is in the hands of Dendi.
They're starting to fall too far behind.
They really are. I mean, there's no way for them to keep up with the farm of this Sven.
No.
That's the power of this pick, as we've been talking about.
And they can't get pickoffs at all either. They need to bring so many different heroes to actually kill people because everyone's so tanky, they don't have good damage.
I mean, your best bet is maybe if you find the Venge out on our own, but as it has been, you know, there's no reason for Suneko to wander out on his lonesome. He's always going to be with the team. He's arguably the easiest hero to take off if he's on his own.
Yeah, but
that's never happening.
Yeah, they're just grouping around the Viper, especially with an Aegis. There's no point for them to split up. Now Sven joining as well. And this should be a tier 2 quite easily for Na'Vi here. Don't see Liquid contesting it by any means. They're just splitting up the map, trying to farm what they can. Mech finished at least on Mind Control. He's got level 10. Do they have any other big items coming out? Yo's was finished on Miracle a bit ago, but at level 12, you know, at least they'll have damage. GH in a very dangerous position here. Spots out Crystallize, gets out of there. So full defensive wards. You see Liquid's the wards Liquid has on the map. That's a telltale sign of how they're feeling about the game. They're like, we actually just can't do anything. We just need to farm. Hope Na'Vi makes some slip ups and come back through that. But at the moment, it's really looking grim.
Crystallize. How's he doing? What on the BKB? It was BKB next.
Yeah, Blink, Echo Saber, Mask.
Still away, but
BKB.
Yeah, he's already got those core 3 items that he needs to fight, as we've seen.
Almost doubling up Matu. He's getting closer and closer.
Kuro still struggling towards those arcane boots.
Yep.
Matu, yeah, as you say, 800, and that Desolator will be there, but it's going to be a big question of how much of a difference that actually makes against Navi's heroes.
Liquid isn't hemorrhaging kills though. Sure, they're getting absolutely smashed in the game, just overall across the map, but they're not like dying and chain feeding by any means. They're just like, they're trying their best to try to recover at this rate versus this insurmountable lead that Na'Vi does have at the moment. Everyone's just trying to split push where they can. Miracle gets top tower. Seneko now setting up for him though, and TPs are coming in.
Looking for this chase down. Quick kills from Miracle will buy him some time, and he does have a TP scroll, but he's got to find somewhere safe to use it. Seneko trying to close the gap there as he can't quite find the vision.
They have to keep doing this for a very long time on Liquid. Push the two side lanes, force reaction so they don't get their base threatened, and hope for the best that they can actually be able to fight at some point. So Desolator almost complete on PA, but still it's not some kind of like Battle Fury or anything where he can keep up with the farm of this Fen. He needs to get farm through kills once he does get that with Exorcism from the Death Prophet. And now Guardian Greaves at least finished for Darkseer, so he can remove that silence from the Night Stalker, which will be quite nice, and that armor boost that he'll be able to give to his teammates if they ever want to fight, but it doesn't seem like they still want to fight for a bit.
Miracle, again, picking up the Kaya. Seems every game that we've seen Miracle play, he really likes to prioritize that iron.
That adds a lot of damage. Really does. So they're all grouped up now. 4 people bottom for Liquid. Aegis should be getting reclaimed any moment now.
Navi just playing the farm game, and as you say, this is sort of downtime is best of a bad situation for Liquid, really.
Yeah.
But now
Navi smoked up, they're looking for the fight.
The pain is going to come. What kind of jump can General find? Smoke is dispelled. They'll see 2. Man goes forward. Straight away on the back lines. Crystallize comes in with a stun onto 2. Liquid starting to back off with the borrowed time on Kuro. They get the Exorcism and Silence out, but Seneco's there with the sword to buy space for Crystallize to get back. But Superman being surrounded. And in fact, yeah, they managed to bring down the Sven. Roger and Dandy turning up to the fight, looking towards Man, but the Aphotic Shield will save him. Miracle gets the double kill. They have taken down 2, and Liquid, they do lose GH. We'll see if they lose any more. They are finding Miracle on the sidelines here, and they will finish off the Death Prophet as well. But this, I gotta be, that is a little spooky for Na'Vi. They are ahead by quite some bit. But the trade is 2 for 2. They're losing Crystallize, this Sven, who's massively ahead in net worth, but he still dies in what's an even trade, and if anything, with the way the Liquid were behind, it is a favorable trade for Liquid.
I didn't get to see if he got the War Cry off in that fight. I think he actually popped the Mask of Madness, so he had the minus armor being affected, and then he got silenced, so he took maximum damage from the Exorcism there.
I think you're absolutely right.
And this was Liquid with like the perfect situation. They had all 5 heroes already there. Viper had to TP into the fight, and everyone else from Na'Vi kind of trickled in. And even then, it's a 2 for 2, and that's with the Death Prophet with the Haste Rune on top too. So that's like everything going perfect for Liquid, and it still doesn't look too great. So they still have some time before they can take these head-on engagements versus Na'Vi.
Sure. But it definitely could have been a lot worse for Liquid.
Yes, definitely. This shows
the way the rest of the game has been going.
It shows signs of life.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like they just fed a 5 for 2 or something. It was 2 for 2, which is a definite advantage for them, especially in the experience department. Even though it still shows Na'Vi's still definitely way ahead in both experience and gold.
As we're seeing, just Na'Vi maintaining their lead, not increasing it off the back of that play. Double damage is on Crystallize. He does have Bug Strength back up, but I mean, Na'Vi as well with this stage again, they are just choosing to farm, which as we said is okay because they have a Sven and he's going to farm a lot quicker than Liquid's heroes. But do you feel like you would like to see Na'Vi be a bit more proactive with their lineup and actually hunt for the fights themselves over Liquid's half of the map? Or is there really no need to do so with the lineup they have?
I think that they're kind of trying. I think Liquid's just, with the Ion Shell being put on waves and pushing out the lanes, you see Miracle instantly go to other waves and just start spamming it out. Same thing with Matu. I think Liquid's doing a good job of just holding that off so that Na'Vi can't group up and go for high ground. High ground's also pretty scary always versus a Death Prophet. One bad situation happens and you're like, oh my god, we're versus a Death Prophet PA that just got several kills. So they're being a bit patient, but I think they have to wait for that BKB for this Sven, wait for the Aegis cheese, because that's their big advantage.
Roger's pretty much got Solar Crest complete. Should be very nice to hand out to the Sven in the fight.
Yeah.
BKB,
now BKB's done.
There we have it.
Maybe now they can start threatening. Threaten high ground, force reactions back, and then try to look for something. But no, they actually port back. All the lanes are being shoved in by Liquid again. GH has Blink Dagger on the Earth Spirit for the greater setup and situations here. Matu goes for an early plate mail on the PA.
Okay.
Expecting that he's going to go for that AC Basher build.
Yeah.
I feel like I always see Matu just go Deso AC on all this, these physical killers now. Kind of needs to versus Sven as well and a Viper.
Yeah, the casual plate mail certainly a value item for now. And Na'Vi smoking up. GH is in a good position to dispel this if they do head towards the east, but they're making a beeline straight past the Roche pit and towards the top lane as it seems.
It's a haste rune, and Roche is spawning. Well, we'll find out. I hope Roche will spawn now in 1 minute and 50 seconds, sorry.
GH with a quick blink away. Will be fine for now. Na'Vi continue to move. They've got a few seconds left under this smoke. Can they find a jump? Liquid are on the high ground. Dendy Hayes straight up into the midst of it all. Gets held back by a boulder smash. But Liquid not choosing to turn upon him, of course.
No way.
They know that there's going to be more behind him. They're out of there.
They can't take fights unless it's all 5 of them with a instant number advantage. Miracle bottom, trying to split push away. Starts the TP out. Should be able to get out of this too. And continuing just to split the map up as best as possible.
Yep.
They now have Blink Dagger finished onto Mind Control, and he just keeps Ion Chong pushing out waves. And maybe now this is where they look to try to go for a fight here. It still is very tough for them. But with Soul Booster now finished on Death Prophet 2, they are a bit stronger. And with that Blink Dagger on Mind Control, maybe that's what they're looking for. They're looking for this kind of surprise play. They have good vision of Na'Vi right now, and it is daytime for another 3 minutes.
And they have that beautiful dream combo between the Earth Spirit and the Dark, see if they can land it. But let's see if they can. GH actually jumps in, Boulder Smash straight away, but here comes the response. Crystallize pods the BKB, gets the stun onto free. Kuro has the borrowed time. The rest of them trying to get out of there. Self-heals from Miracle, trying to buy some time for himself, but he gets ripped to pieces by the God Strength Sven. Miracle down for 50. Crystallize jumps forward. The Echo Saber slow, holding GH in place, allows Na'Vi to claim a second.
They run into literally the worst possible hero that they can try to go for there. A Solar Crest Night Stalker.
Yep.
Who is level 14.
You're not taking him down quickly. And
even then, that Liquid felt like that's their power peak there with that Blink being picked up on Mind Control, but now they've expended everything but the Exorcism, and they're in a world of trouble as Na'Vi now goes high ground with that darkness.
I mean, how's Matima doing with his items?
He's still not close to that Basher.
Still not close to it. They've got the wombo back up. Spirit in 5 seconds.
Yeah, they don't have the wall up, but they still do have Exorcism in the combo, as you mentioned.
I mean, Na'Vi know that Roshan's up, so they can smoke back, play it easy. They can take Rosh.
Yep.
As Na'Vi continue to maintain a beautiful lead here against Liquid in this game too. 26 minutes in 13-6. Na'Vi head into the pit. Do they want to go for it? Does it look like they do? Maybe they're going to feel more content with finding a pickoff, or at least getting some clearer info on the whereabouts of Liquid before they decide to commit for the rush.
I think wait for nighttime.
Yeah.
They have a minute until it happens. It's not like anything huge will happen. Liquid actually still thinks that they're doing it. They've run in. Maybe Liquid's gonna. Maybe Liquid's desperate and they try. Yeah, they might just
oh,
this.
Ho, ho. Do they get away with this one? Liquid's in there with the Ghost. They're bringing it down fast. Na'Vi are definitely going to want to contest this one. Dendy starting to open up to Miracle. Crystallize jumps in, gets stunned, but he's already got the God Strength out. Turns towards Russia. Mind Control steals the Aegis, but the damage from Crystallize is too much. Liquid have lost 2. Mind Control drops down the wall, but Miracle, he's surrounded. The Impetus and Staneko bringing him down low. He's got the Siphon buying some time for him, but Crystallize has already picked up the triple. Dendy takes the kill onto Miracle.
This is looking over.
Oh, Mind Control. He does manage to steal the Aegis and get out.
He's so quick on his fingers, always.
We've always seen him do that.
Yesterday we saw him grab all 3, the Shard, the Aegis, and the Cheese. This time around he gets the Aegis, but now Exorcism's down for 90. This should be a simple Rax here for Na'Vi. There's no glyph available either.
Yeah, Liquid still holding on, but this is getting wildly out of control for the TI winners. Na'Vi, the OG TI winners, doing it here.
They might actually be able to get at least 2 sets here. There's still no Exorcism either. I'd be surprised if they don't just continue this. They're actually backing up and gonna go for Shrines, even though Exorcism is down. I guess because God Strength's not available, they don't feel as comfortable doing it, but they are definitely very strong here. 16k gold lead, 16k experience lead.
Oh, look at that. What was that net worth? No, the XP graph has like a direct straight line of just... There we have it again, this Roshan. I mean, Liquid, as you say, a bit of a desperation play. They nearly get away with it, and they do at least manage to deny the Aegis from the hands of Na'Vi, getting it up on Mind Control. And watch Mind Control, he actually gets out of this as well somehow. He falls very low, but that was sort of an uphill miss there that saved him at the end of it all. Gets him out of it. But yeah, Crystallize at this stage is just so massive. They can't stand anywhere near this Sven.
No.
He will tear them a new one. Crystallis, and well on the way to the Bloodthorn. Level 19 on Crystallize. Easy peasy game for the Sven, as it seems.
Easy peasy game for Na'Vi. Liquid cannot fight. Exorcism is 15 seconds until it's up, and Na'Vi already forcing down bottom. Full Aghanim Scepter being picked up here on Dendi on the Viper. And he's not level 20 just yet, so we'll see if he does choose. I'm imagining he'll probably choose the Viper Strike DPS since he went to Ag this game.
Yeah, definitely with the Ags. Yeah. I mean, that's just going to make Matuma Man's life a nightmare.
Yeah, I mean...
Not that it already is in this game. As this PA, this poor old PA.
Everything just going the way of Na'Vi this game.
I mean, look at this easy tower. He's just sitting on the low ground. The ults are up for Liquid. Nighttime is out. It's a hard time for them to find that jump they need. Mind Control's going to try for it. Does manage to get two in the wall. Boulder Smash comes out only onto one of them, but Crystallize jumps. He gets the two-man stun and cuts GH and Miracle down. They turn towards Mind Control. He's popped. The Aegis hits the ground. Matuma Man swallows the trees, trying to desperately fight back against the Warcry, though it's too hard. Crystallize isn't taking any damage at all. He's still full health. GG is called. And dare I say, Na'Vi beating down Liquid, maybe even at least as hard as Liquid beat down Na'Vi in game 1.
Woo! The Abaddon experiment did not work.
No, we won't see that one again.
Darkspear and Abaddon, but both these two heroes have fallen off, and I think this game might have shown a little bit of reason. I think Na'Vi also, this last pick Sven was absolutely perfect. The Warcry, not only owning PA's damage potential throughout all those stages, but also very good versus Death Prophet, and they have like everything they want. High burst damage, good disables, strong lanes. What else more can you ask for from Na'Vi?
Absolutely. As you say, just a bit of a failed experiment potentially from Liquid, but definitely huge kudos there for Na'Vi. Just really pulling it out the back. They played the lanes beautifully. This was a game that was sort of written in the books for them from the start, as it seemed. I mean, sure, there was always going to be the question of whether Liquid could just simply outplay them, but it was not the case. Na'Vi, ladies and gentlemen, taking that game 2 very convincingly. Bit of a shame that we don't have the game 3s here, but of course it's all just about the points in this league play. The 2-game series ends 1-1 between Na'Vi and Liquid. The panel, we had to bring you guys in, and I believe it was Slacks. You were right.
Slacks
you
was
called
right.
it.
Told you, boys. There you go. Great cast, guys. Thank you. Very surprising turnaround, and glad you guys could be a part of it. You'll always be a part of that cast in my heart. Thank you. Anyway, Na'Vi, neither one of those teams walked away without getting a scar on them. Both teams go in undefeated and both walk out with 1 loss. Gentlemen, can you believe it?
Yeah, it just happened.
Well, tell me about it.
I don't know. I just thought Liquid was so good. Like they clearly got outdrafted, but it's Liquid. Can these guys lose a game? They got handled this game. And it was, for sure. It was like Fox said, they lost every single lane, and Griff was saying, like, he saw the Darks here, like, he was getting some good farm, and then, like, you look at him, and he was, level 6 at 10 minutes, you said? Like, the one lane you thought they were winning, they just weren't. It felt like their roaming with Ion Shell plus Earth Spirit just didn't do anything
I think, Night Stalker roaming is... that's why he's been banned and so much, like, during TI, after TI and everything, and then you get him, you roam with him, and it just feels like a slightly better roamer than Earth Spirit, even though he had Iron Shell, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of people didn't know if Night Stalker was still going to be good, right? Even during this new patch. So people are just banning it just cuz, and still looks pretty damn good.
Looks pretty good. Yeah.
Did they really get out-drafted, though?
Yes,
or were they a little bit too cocky? They picked that PA after Viper. They picked that Dark Seer after.
Wait, was PA...
I think they played themselves.
PA was the last pick.
It was the last pick.
No, it was their last pick.
And then Sven
was very last.
Yeah, because the Sven pick
but you picked
upon it as
PA
well.
into, the Viper into...
Did cockiness kill the cat on that one, or was it a beautiful mind play by both teams?
Oh, Na'Vi played amazingly, but it was also just a very strange draft. I'm sure...
it was the Venge support one.
It did win, and I remember the Knoxville put a stat, like, he hasn't won in, 6 games. Last time it won was against DC at the Manila Major.
Oh, my God.
That's the last time a support Venge for Seneca won. That was something else.
I
They won, and
Good job,
both
Liquid.
drafts were so strange. Yeah,
good
but
job, Navi.
they're 5-1 now. They're the
5-1.
exact same score, and Navi's happy with that. They're like, took a game off Liquid. That's all you can ask.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So smart.
Looking good.
Looking
Man,
fantastic.
I still don't know if they keep opening though with like Venge and Chantress and stuff. I mean, other teams aren't gonna pick Abaddon.
I mean,
Like you gotta be careful. with
the
that.
like kind of beautiful thing with that opening
Yeah.
that they showed in this game is that they can like swap around and do the
Yeah.
Avenge support and then offlane Enchantress. Enchantress can be a 4, you know, so it's like leaves it open-ended and everything, but maybe not the strongest.
That's what so many teams right now are failing at, right? They get these ideas about the game and then they're not showing their versatility. And that was one great example where versatility actually ended up coming through and getting them a very unprecedented win there.
Elegantly said, my friend.
Thank you very much. Very dictioned.
Indeed.
Right.
But so Navi, I mean, this was the first of the hard matchups, right? Because I think they've already beaten Vega and Empire.
Okay.
I believe those are the ones that, so they still have to go through Secret, you know, they still have to go through even OG, they have to go through all the other guys. It's still a tough road for them, but this was a very good start to that tough road.
Yep, for sure.
All right. Well, you know what? I guess we could go take a look at some of the highlights from those. We might have a few of them, but first off, I'd like to take a look at that fateful Roshan fight. Let's go and take a peek.
And this is like, all right, we're coming back into the game. These dumbos don't know we're in here. Oh, they know we're in here.
Oh, they know. Scared ghost lady.
Look at how much on this health bar. This guy has a lot of HP.
Yeah, but look at General here in the back, just throwing impetus.
He is
Whoa!
eating
He can do whatever he wants
that
this game.
ass. Yeah.
And Mind Control actually gets to snag the edges.
And they get the cheese as
the
well.
cheese
He
and
didn't get it
GH
off.
didn't eat it. But Crystallize is just too big right now and everyone.
Yeah, look at this. He does miss the last impetus right here. Watch.
Yeah,
Here
look,
it comes.
Oh, miss. That would have been a nice kill,
And
but
then Mir-
didn't really make any.
Look at I'm gonna live. Oh wait.
No,
Oh, wait, an
no.
entire
Rats.
team. And then picked up here on the end, too. A complete team wipe in a very ill-fated Roshan.
Well, Darkseer lived, but yeah.
Well, it's Darkseer. Who cares?
Yeah, I don't know. That was, I mean, that was they at that point they knew if they take Roche there, okay, we have a 5% chance to win. If we don't take Roche, we're gonna lose. And they went for it. They went for
Hail
it,
Mary.
and I respect it.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
We
And
see
then
that.
they got handled.
I actually think Liquid kind of like they knew where in the game they were, like how bad it was.
Yeah.
Like they're like, yeah, we're losing. Let's see what we can do about it. And the way they did it, like split pushing and everything, and even trying to hold the high ground with the team they have. They have the combo Earth Spirit vacuum,
Yeah.
right? They have a Death Prophet for high ground and stuff. So I think Liquid played the game great from where like lanes went, but Navi still
They
did
lost
out in a good way.
I'm glad to see Navi, like, you knew they were wanting to get a push early game, and they actually got it rolling. Like, the aggressiveness of Liquid, they punished it really well, Navi did. Like, oh, here he goes. He's rolling in bottom. You have an instant TP from, like, a core coming down there, and they just wipe them because they're behind the tier 1 in the trees, and you're like, why are these guys here? Level 1 Iron Shell? This doesn't do anything.
Even later on when they tried to like smoke gang the mid lane, and Navi just showed up with like 4 or 5 people as well and just shut it down, killed 2 or 3 people.
That's a dispatch thing. You've noticed, like, cores are rotating so much earlier than before. Like, just a carry, a middle, they just start rotating earlier, and if you don't, you kind of lose the game. So hop on that bandwagon.
My favorite part about this patch, one thing that I am seeing a pattern in, is these Roshan end-of-game moments. Both teams know that refresher on the third Roshan is so important, and it's actually so much fun to watch. A lot of these games, one of our games yesterday, another one from a few days ago, culminated in that do-or-die moment in the Roche pit, and it's a pleasure to see. I think it's one of my favorite additions to the new patch.
You like the game culminating and ending in the Roche pit?
I do. I think it's so exciting. You know, both teams know if they get that refresher thing, we're so late in the game, it's over. We've got to fight now. And that put Liquid in that position where they basically pretty much lost that game completely because they had to make that decision. Do you like that? Do you feel like that kind of do-or-die moment is good for Dota?
Kind of, but it feels like if it's an even game, I don't think that happens, right? You wait for a pickoff, then you just take it for free.
Yeah.
It's only when one team's behind it feels like that happens, but I like it because at least they're taking the chance, you know, taking the risk it to get the biscuit, and you're really going out on a limb maybe you don't have. Didn't feel like Liquid had a limb that game, but they went out on it.
Yeah,
on
maybe
a
not.
gold leg.
All right, guys. Well, let's take a meta look at this tournament right now and head on over to the standings. Here we can see the new updates that we have for you. 5-1. You'll see that twice, 3 times. Oh my God! Is that Team Secret now tied as well? Does that mean that we
Next
will
game
see
is really important, right?
Next
'Cause
game
it's
is important.
Secret OG.
Yeah.
So it's really important for Secret to keep themselves up there, and OG need wins. They're 4-4 right now.
Both teams want a 2-0.
Yes.
Could be a 1-1 split, but if Secret gets the 2-1 here, they go into first place.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness.
And
Just
it will
like
be
that.
very hard. Team Secret has gone through some tough teams so
They already have. They're one of the teams who actually has. And of course, they lost one game to Vega. Like, they beat the teams, maybe not. And then, like, they lose that one to Vega. And Vega was already out. And they're probably thinking, like, whoops. Whoopsie doodle.
Well, I mean, these teams that do a lot of research on each other. Maybe they weren't as concerned with Vega's abilities, and they got a little bit less. It's always that test question that you prepare for the least that you get wrong.
It's true. No, and Vega actually looked good at
Terrible.
I know you're saying. No, I know what you're saying. It's true. You go into the test, you know it's going to be a math test, and at the end they toss in one of those hypothetical science questions that they say is math, but it's really not. I feel you. No, Vega started looking good at the very end, though. Like, they were actually taking games of. Unfortunately, you played a lot of games at the beginning. Maybe you shouldn't have.
Maybe.
I don't know if it was their
Wait
fault.
for the patch,
Should have waited for the patch. Then you had a dentist appointment or something.
Yeah,
and
because we
waited.
all knew when the patch was coming out, so those idiots should have waited for the patch and just gambled it all. Just say, guys, let's be real with ourselves. We're terrible.
Jeez.
Let's just wait for the patch, and maybe we'll be good. That's a horrible thing to say, Grant.
I didn't say that was Scriv.
I didn't say that was Slag.
That wasn't me. That was Grant. We're all. Not one of us is a bad person.
Yeah, and it's not me.
As a group, though, we're terrible. But individually, we're great people. Anyway, so we have another game coming up soon. Oh, hello. There's what Daddy's been waiting for. Ring-a-ding. Hello, who's there?
General and Roger.
General and Roger, the double header, gentlemen. A rare opportunity. Hello, guys. Thank you so much for taking time to talk to us.
No problem.
Guys, talk to me about how important that game was to you. You just got a win against Liquid. It was very exciting for us to watch. What do you think about that? Is it as cool for you as it is for us? Because you just beat the TI winners. I'm excited. Are you guys pumped, or is that just an everyday win for you?
Yes, it's a cool feeling, but I think we still have some important games to win.
Absolutely. You have a long road ahead.
Were you surprised they pick PA into Viper there at the end?
No, we think about PA and Ursa, and we banned Ursa.
Yep.
Wow.
Obvious that they will pick.
You guys seem to like Vengeful Spirit a lot in the first phase, and you played him support in the second game, core in the first game. Do you like him because you think he's like versatile in that way? You can play him like both support and core?
It's flexible hero. You can swap on support and carry.
What about Beastmaster? You saw him in the first game. He won his lane, but then nothing else happened. Is he as strong as people say, or is he not that strong?
He very strong. I think it's one of the strongest hero in patch. But they had good counter heroes against him.
All right. Well, we were talking about. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it's Weapon maybe counter on Beastmaster, pretty much.
Yeah, it feels like people are Winter Wyvern and Beastmaster, like the two strongest heroes this patches. Seems to be consensus.
Just manipulating the bans there, Grant. Come on now. Give them a little bit of room to think. We were talking a lot here on the panel about our favorite parts of the new patch. I said Refresher Shard was mine. You guys like anything in particular that they changed? I mean, feel free to, no? That's okay.
You can answer only on Russian, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. What's your favorite part of the new patch?
Favorite part, Strong Beastmaster.
There you go. That makes
Assassin.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, congratulations on your game. It was a fantastic watch. Both of you, being able to win a series, and we know that a lot more great games are coming from Navi. We'll talk to you again soon.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Russia.
Thank you.
No, yeah.
Good for them. They never talked to us. That was exciting.
Appreciated it.
Thank you.
It was nice.
Thank you.
Like what they said, like, the Beastmaster. They're like, oh, we got one of the strongest heroes in the patch, and they're like, but then they picked an even stronger hero. Maybe we might have messed up.
Kind of
there.
like countering it.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
You get all the beasts out or something, and get Winter Cursed.
I still can't believe they weren't surprised at the PA. Wasn't there a better choice? Like
There had to have been a better choice. I didn't buy that answer.
I
mean, they're like, of
they
course.
They banned Ursa, which in their minds were the better choice.
But still, there
of the
wasn't
two.
anything. I guess not.
What
so
should
they were
they got
happy.
him?
I don't know.
No.
That's why I would have to go over there to the board, but yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see what happens.
Well, Smoke, you still have like